Hi, John Rule.
Hi there.
It's
Aubrey.
August the 1st, and it's way into the summer, and we're starting to see some new things bloom. Some of these native wildflowers that don't bloom much till middle of the summer. There is ladies' tresses,
Right.
and those are, now
There's
here's,
the clear wing
clear wing
fly. And then,
fly, and then here's the clear wing moth underneath it.
okay, right.
Okay, and here's the goldenrod started
Right.
blooming in my neighborhood in South Bell, Arkansas.
Good
Most of these
shot.
pictures are from there,
Mm-hmm.
that era. Now you see the blazing,
Blazing
star in the
yeah,
background.
in the background,
And
slightly
there's
dim, and this
cropped up.
magnificent dragonfly.
Well, that dragonfly I just loved. He's actually sitting on an obedient plant that's already gone past flower. And
Right.
there you can see him from another angle. You can see those, a week ago I used those same things, but they were a little brighter and they were twisted up. The wind blows them, then they get wrapped up with one another. And
Well, I've
there's
not
the,
seen a picture of that dragonfly.
now that
in the
dragonfly
book.
there is probably the female. The color's
I
slightly
see.
different, but the structure's all
Well, it
the
looked
same.
like it had 16 spots on its wing.
Probably.
Go ahead. 4 on each.
Okay, I don't know what to call this little insect, but I thought it was neat, and it was on one of the small grass
Well,
species.
yeah,
And here is,
It's maybe a bone set or
boneset starting to bloom out there on Pinnacle, Wet Prairie, and many other places in northwest Arkansas. And I'll have my hand under that one. You recognize the,
no, I don't.
okay, well, that's
It's
the,
on rattlesnake master.
yeah, rattlesnake master and a buckeye butterfly.
Buckeye butterfly.
And
I should
here's-
recognize it.
Here's a
Wasp is not supposed to be.
wasp that was on a milkweed, and here's a pencil flower.
It is small. You
Yeah,
said it was,
it's
and
small.
it really is.
And here's viridiflora,
it looks like a
Asclepias
milk-
viridiflora.
Milkweed, yeah, lots of flora.
Notice, I think that's an old cedar tree that's not in very good shape,
Yeah.
I believe. And that
Basket flower.
is growing right up there close to it. There are just a few of them in bloom around in northwest Arkansas, a lot more down south,
Right.
I understand. And you can see the foliage and compare it when you see a thistle in a minute. You see the little leaves, how
I
soft
see the
they
very
are.
small leaves.
Uh-huh. And how the right under the basket, the thing gets fatter.
Sepal
there.
or something.
Uh-huh. And here's the Senna Marylandica.
Yeah, it's got the little brown marks or whatever on the little brown dark.
Darts, yeah. And you can see it right below a basket flower
Right,
here.
absolutely
Right.
beautiful shot.
I love getting different species together,
Yeah,
you know.
that's great.
And there you can see it, a shot of the senna, wild senna. And here's a
Oh, that's
basket flower
great.
with a brown skipper
Yep.
on it, and I had to get a picture of that. Now you see thistle at left,
Yes, I
almost
do.
touching the basket flower.
Basket flower, and
you
they
see-
have, they're totally different.
Uh-huh. And here's the
It's a great shot.
hummingbird, and he looks around, and then he flies. And where does he go? Up to a thistle, because he's getting a lot of nectar out of that.
Right.
And so here we have a
Magnificent
tiger swallowtail,
tiger swallowtail.
and it was
The yellow
nectaring.
shows up here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely hiding a thistle that it's on right there. Now you can see a thistle behind it, in front of it at least.
Right.
And we'll see several other shapes, and you can see the proboscis going down there getting the nectar
Right.
on these shots. And the, okay, so I made 100 of that one or
That's
something.
fine.
There you see it spread out across.
Sure, that was
Till next
really
time,
great. No,
do your
next
part.
time.
Help keep
Yeah.
the water clean, the air pure, woods green, and Hi, John Rule.
Hi.
Let's see some more pictures on the 1st of August,
August.
2016. And here we go with a big boot. This
My
is out
golly,
at the
that's a
airport.
boot flower I've never seen before.
Yeah, well, that used to be over a building just to the left of that
I see.
Highway 64, 264.
I see.
And they've torn the building down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you remember the thimbleweed you've
Yes,
seen?
I see the thimble shape.
And it's called Anemone virginiana, I believe. And it's, see the beautiful little, the way the
Flower.
thimble is structured makes you
Right.
understand why they call it that.
Right.
And after that, a few more seconds of that in hand here. And there it is.
Yep.
And you can see how tall it is.
Yeah.
Here's the bellflower with a native pollinator, a flower fly family, hoverfly, whatever.
Right.
And here's back to basket flower now.
Basket flower being
And-
bumbled.
Bumbled, yes. And I just,
Bumbled again.
did you say these are blooming at your place on
Yeah, they
Broad
are.
Bayou?
I took some pictures, yeah.
Okay, and here's swamp milkweed.
Right.
And I adjusted that color because it was still an overcast day. You know, that I made some last week when it was overcast. There's been so
There's
many.
a little passion flower.
Yeah, Passiflora lutea. And everybody loves those when they learn what they are.
It looks like these basket flowers are ready to draw their
Yeah, it's
petals
later
back
in the
or,
day, and
or
they're in that.
extend them, one of the two.
Yeah, and there's one that's overhanging, but
Right.
when you see them sticking straight up short like that, they call that the shaving brush view.
Right, well,
Yeah.
I believe it. I'd like to have a shaving brush like that.
Well, you could get one of these and try it for a few days till it went away, I guess.
My old beaver hair was going to pieces. Yeah, go ahead.
And this is
The
see,
5,
5 petals. It's a water primrose. Might be called creeping water.
it's kind of
primrose.
spectacular leafage it has, and a 5
Uh-huh.
conformation
And
too.
it's growing with its feet in the water, and it's Ludwigia peploidy, and that's it again. I made several of those
Yeah.
because I wanted to be sure
Back on.
we could talk about them a little bit. That's the only one of the primrose family that I know has 5 petals instead of 4.
4.
Uh-huh. And we'll see more swamp milkweed shots. These are out of order for various reasons.
Golly,
Like
that's
sometimes if
quite a lagoon there behind it.
yeah, that's at the Razorback Stadium. Okay, here's the seed box. It's also a
Member of that
primrose family.
primrose
Yeah,
family.
but it's only got 4 petals. See,
Right.
And you
as
can
most of them have.
see
you
that
say.
red part. Okay, now we've got down
Ladies'
to
tresses again.
and some Sporanthes category of orchids.
Uh-huh.
Small orchids.
Yeah, they're quite delicate.
And these, let's see what's coming up next. Okay, this is,
Is it a milkweed? Or?
yes, that's a viridis.
Okay.
Asclepias viridis.
Viridis, yeah.
You recognize St. John's wort? This is the spotted St. John's wort. See the
Not
little
really. It looks
specks
kind
on
of like a blackberry lily.
Yeah, well, it's,
A little bit.
it would work for that, I guess. And this is Verbena hastata.
Hasty, I
Yeah,
guess.
something like that. It's swamp vervain, and it always shows up on World Peace Wetland Prairie and
Good.
Pinnacle Prairie and anybody else's prairie. And now here's lance leaf
Heel all.
heel all. See how tall it is?
I
And
do.
the narrow
Yeah.
leaves
I
and
see the
scattered
long
out.
narrow leaves. Yeah.
Okay, I just had to have this.
Well, it's not a nice posture there. It's
Yeah.
sort of
Okay, here's the non-native invasive heel all. Prunella
I see.
Bulgaria, whatever.
Now, it looks like a slightly different critter.
Yeah.
Well,
Till next time.
till next time,
Keep doing
folks.
your part.
We have
See ya.
beautiful things around here.
Yes, sir.